I got the main service known as ERPE as this was my first time. Based on my experience, this treatment gives you what you need. Imagine this, you go to a good doctor, he looks you up, and then he decides to refer you to a specialist for your condition. Except that in my case, there's no physical doctor involved because there is no illness. Substitute the word doctor with the phrase scalar energy. This is an intelligent energy that knows what it's doing even if you don't. You'll notice the difference in your home energy soon after. At certain times, it's more noticeable than at other times. Often, someone like us may sabotage ourselves out of compulsiveness. Maybe a situation comes up and then you give your usual knee-jerk response. I'm saying, why not be a cooperative factor in your treatment, or at least don't sabotage yourself with a damaging emotional response, such as an emotional outburst like screaming. Don't disturb the nice energy that's working around you. Not long after, I noticed that something that has been with me since childhood was gone. It was a mild feeling of fear. It could come up daily, but it didn't stay with me the whole time. Even though this feeling of fear was not due to any external trigger, I just had to shift my physical orientation, such as getting up to do something else. But still, this feeling came up often. Now it's gone. This alone is worth it, but I never even thought of this when I was seeking treatment. Elisa is right that you have to give this time to work or take effect. It's not like the scalar energy needs it, but that it's our individual situation that's the factor here. Elisa also mentioned a possible tune-up of this service after 6 months. Unless your situation is simple, this sounds probable to me. We have a pet cat. Before this treatment, it started to scratch the upholstery of the couch. It calmed down after post-treatment. Of course, I didn't think about this in getting the treatment, as this was something that I could resolve on my own. Just that the cat's name was included, like the rest of us living in this house. Early on in this treatment, in one evening, I could feel a gentle breeze pass me where I was sitting. Intuitively, I walked to our home entrance, and it wasn't long that I felt the same breeze. I didn't actually see signs of wind in the car porch in front of me. No leaves were rustling, for example. It was gentle and just in the right temperature of coolness. It was very pleasant. There were the 3 of us there at that time, including the cat. The cat was on my daughter's lap, and it was the first and only time I ever saw it looking like that. The cat was looking up at her with rounded eyes. This is where it gets difficult to describe. The eyes were so rounded and looking so exceptionally tamed and gentle. It was almost human-like expression. This came from a cat that's capable of scratching and even biting. There are effects on other family members, but I don't want to ask them because I know one can run into difficulty of explaining it to another. I also don't want to interrupt whatever that may be taking place. I did see, for example, one morning, days after treatment, that my daughter woke up with a bewildered look in her eyes. She didn't articulate anything to me, and I didn't want to ask her if the atmosphere on a certain day feels pleasanter than it has ever been. I know that the rest of the family feels it too. Whether they are conscious of it or not, they most certainly enjoyed the atmosphere. Even though the pleasantness was very noticeable at the beginning, now and then, it took a while for things to turn around. A while as in 3 months in my case. This depends on your situation. By now, the pleasantness is consistent and my desperation is gone. My daughter is not manifesting her compulsive behavior like before. I know things are still working out, but a lot of that visible struggle is gone. I sometimes miss Eric because this whole time I didn't see him. It's like during this course that I'm on in the past few months, he's not part of. Actually, although this ERPE is what triggered the course I am on now. Like I said, this scalar will direct you to what is needed for your situation.